Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice and happy Thanksgiving. I know it's not Thanksgiving in all parts of the world, but today in Canada is a beautiful Thanksgiving morning. The trees have been turning brilliant colors of yellow, gold, orange, red, and the leaves have been falling off the trees. I know that the plants are going to sleep or dying off. And it's the end of the fall season. We're starting to move into cold, starting to move into winter. But for now, it is the end of harvest season. It is a time to be grateful for the bountiful harvest. I love being grateful every single day. It's made a world of difference in my life. Grateful for what I am, grateful for what I have, grateful for what I have accomplished, and grateful for what's to come. Wallace Waddell said, "All that is possible is seeking expression through human beings." Just think about that. If you are musically gifted, through your hands, you can play beautiful melodies. You might be able to play different instruments: piano, violin, guitar, drums. Some people don't even try. Some people have never been introduced to musical instruments. But those who can play, who practice, play beautifully. And I am so grateful for musical talent, for music. I am grateful for seeing beautiful sunsets and sunrises. I am grateful for a bountiful harvest, my own garden, and being able to give to others and being able to receive what's missing from my garden. Are you sharing your talents, your riches, your blessings with other people and being grateful when others share with you? Just think about what Wallace Waddell said. All that is possible is seeking expression through human beings. Waddell says, God wants those who can play music to have the instruments they need, to have the means to cultivate their talents to the fullest extent. He wants those who can appreciate beauty to be able to surround themselves with beautiful things. He wants those who can discern truth to have every opportunity to travel and observe. He wants those who can appreciate dress to be beautifully clothed, and those who can appreciate good food to be luxuriously fed. He wants all these things because he enjoys and appreciates them. It is God who wants to play and sing and enjoy beauty and proclaim truth and wear fine clothes and eat good foods. It is God that worketh in you to will and to do. The desire you feel for riches is the infinite seeking to express himself in you, just as he seeks to express children playing the piano, playing games, running around and discovering the world. You need not hesitate to ask largely. Your part is to focus and express the desires of God. This is a difficult point with most people. They retain some of the old idea that poverty and self-sacrifice are pleasing to God. They look upon poverty as part of the plan, as a necessity of nature. They have the idea that God has finished his work and has made all that he can make, and that the majority of humanity must stay poor because there's not enough to go around. Well, that's not true at all. I'm going to read something more from Wallace Wattles on how riches come to you. He says, I recall now the case of one student who was told that he must see in his mind a clear picture of the things he desired so that the creative thought of them might be impressed on the formless substance. He was a very poor man living in a rented house and having only what he earned from day to day. He could not grasp the fact that all wealth was his. Therefore, after thinking the matter over, he decided that he might reasonably ask for a new rug for the floor of his best room and a coal stove to heat the house during the cold weather. Following the instructions given in this book, he obtained these things in a few months. Then it dawned on him that he had not asked enough. He went through the house in which he lived and planned all the improvements he would like to make. He mentally added a bay window here and a room there. He continued until it was complete in his mind as his ideal home, and then he planned his furnishings. Holding the whole picture in his mind, he began living in the certain way and moving toward what he wanted. He owns the house now and is rebuilding it according to his mental image. Now, with a still larger faith, he is proceeding to get greater things. It has been unto him according to his faith, and so it is with you and with all of us. You can have everything that you desire, but you have to get into alignment, into harmony, into the belief, the faith that it is yours. So first of all, you can enjoy it on the mental plane, in your imagination, imagining all the things that you desire, material things, physical pleasures, experiences, love, respect, happiness, joyous events and relationships, living healthily and happily. How do you prefer to see your life? So Wallace Wattles tells us the first step toward getting rich is to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. Now you can say, I don't need to be rich, but wouldn't it be lovely to be richly blessed in relationships? How about health? If you don't have your health, you have nothing. How about being vitally, richly blessed, having a rich, healthy life, feeling strong, feeling wonderful, feeling as if you're strong and healthy. The first step towards a healthy, happy, wealthy, prosperous life in all areas is to start thinking about it, to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. The formless substance is the thinking stuff from which all things are made. Everything starts in the mind. We think in pictures, so you want to start to see it in your mind. To do things in a certain way, to do things in a way you want to do them, you have to acquire the ability to think the way you want to think. Wallace Wattles always says this is the first step toward getting rich. It's the first principle in the science of getting rich. To think what you want, to think what you want to think is to think truth regardless of appearances. You have the natural and inherent power. Pardon me. You have the natural and inherent power to think what you want to think, but it requires far more effort to do so than it does to think thoughts which are suggested by appearances. To think according to appearances is easy. Look around you and think about what you see, what's currently in front of you, what's the present reality. You can think thoughts related to whatever you want to think in relationship to those appearances. But to think truth, regardless of appearances, is more challenging. It's actually laborious. It requires more power than any other work that you have to perform. I remember Bob Proctor saying most people would rather die than think. There is no labor from which most people shrink as they do from that of sustained and consecutive thought. Thinking about what you want to have, what you want to do, what you want to become, what you want to create is the hardest work in the world, especially when you don't see how it could happen, especially if it's contrary to your current results. Every appearance in the visible world tends to produce a corresponding form in the mind that observes it. And this can only be prevented by holding the thought of truth. If you're not feeling so great and you really want to be healthy, thinking about good health is much more difficult when you're not feeling good. I understand that when you're having a challenge paying the rent, it is much more difficult to think about wealth and prosperity. But Wallace Wattles tells us the first step toward getting rich is to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. This is true, and you will see that in order to do so, it becomes necessary to relate yourself to the formless intelligence in a harmonious way. To secure this harmonious relationship is a matter of such primary and vital importance that I will give some space to its discussion here. I'll give you the instructions which, if you follow them, will be certain to bring you into a perfect unity of mind with God, with your higher self, with universal intelligence, with everything that is necessary to bring you into alignment with actually becoming healthy and wealthy, to living the abundant, prosperous life in all areas that you really would prefer. The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. First, you believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. Secondly, you believe that this substance gives you everything you desire. And thirdly, you relate yourself to it through a feeling of deep and profound gratitude. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with Him by failing to make acknowledgement. Isn't that true? Look at all the things that you have around you, all the things that you have to be grateful for. The highest population in the world doesn't have a fraction of what you already have in your life. Are you truly grateful for your home, your furniture, your bed, running water, electricity, food in the pantry, the ability to travel to another part of the city, another part of the world, ability to pay for services? How many people don't even have a bed, a home? It's easy to understand that the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the more wealth we shall receive. It's also easy to understand that a soul that is always grateful lives in closer touch with God than one who never looks to Him in thankful acknowledgement. When good things come to us, the more gratefully we fix our mind on the supreme power, the more good things we will receive, and the more rapidly they will come. The reason for this is simply that the mental attitude of gratitude draws the mind into closer touch with the source from which the blessings come. If this is a new thought to you, that gratitude brings your whole mind into closer harmony with the creative energies of the universe, consider it well, and you will see that it is true. The good things you already possess have come to you because of certain laws of the universe. Gratitude will lead your mind out along the ways by which things come, and it will keep you in close harmony with creative thought and prevent you from falling into competitive thought. Gratitude alone can keep you looking toward the infinite and prevent you from falling into the error of thinking that the supply of riches is limited. And to think that riches are limited would be fatal to your hopes. There is a law of gratitude, and if you are to get the results you seek, it is absolutely necessary that you should observe this law. The law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The grateful outreaching of your mind in thankful praise to the supreme power is an expenditure of force, and it cannot fail to reach that to which it is addressed. Here is a statement of psychological truth. Draw nigh unto God, and he will draw nigh unto you. When you give grateful outreaching of your mind in thankful praise to the supreme power, that adds power. As a result, God responds to you with an instantaneous movement toward you. Now, this doesn't happen like waving a magic wand where you think about being on a beach and you're instantly there. But what if you practice being grateful for what you already have, for what you have accomplished, for the victories that you have in your life, the challenges that you have overcome, all the blessings that you have received. Can you sit quietly and be grateful for your home, your family, the treasures that you already have in your life, the experiences that you have, the adventures that you've undertaken, all the things that didn't turn out the way you think they should, so that something better can come along? If your gratitude is strong and constant, the reaction in the formless substance will be strong and continuous. The movement of the things you want will always be toward you. You cannot exercise more power without gratitude, because it is gratitude that keeps you connected with the infinite power, with infinite divine love, with infinite intelligence. But the value of gratitude does not consist solely in getting more blessings in the future. Without gratitude, you cannot keep from being displeased with things as they are. You start to take things for granted. You look around at what you have and you just want more. The moment you permit your mind to dwell with displeasure upon things as they are, you begin to lose ground. When you fix attention upon the calm and the poor, the squalid and the mean, and your mind takes the form of these things, you then start to transmit these forms or mental images into the formless substance, and thus you attract more calm and poor, squalid and mean. The creative power within us makes us into the image of that to which we give our attention. We are thinking substance, and the thinking substance always takes the form of that which it thinks about. The grateful mind is constantly fixed upon the best. Therefore, it tends to become the best. It takes the form or character of the best and will receive the best. The grateful mind is constantly fixed upon the best. Therefore, it tends to become the best. It takes the form or character of the best and will receive the best. When you're giving thanks for everything that you have, everything that you've done, everything that you've become, every experience that you've had, and everything that you desire, giving true gratitude and being grateful for everything that you want already here. It's on its way to you. Faith is born of gratitude. The grateful mind continually expects good things, and expectation becomes faith. The reaction of gratitude upon one's own mind produces faith. Every outgoing wave of grateful thanksgiving increases faith. The person who has no feeling of gratitude cannot retain a living faith. It is necessary to cultivate the habit of being grateful for every good thing that comes to you and giving thanks continuously, because all things have contributed to your advancement. Do not waste time thinking about shortcomings or wrong actions. Be grateful for everything. It has shaped your life, and it continues to bring to you what you're in harmony with. Be grateful for your talents. Be grateful for your skills. Be grateful for your abilities. Be grateful for all the lessons that you've learned. Be grateful for all the times that you thought you failed, because it may have turned you into the direction, the path for more blessings to come into your life. On this beautiful Thanksgiving Day, give thanks for everything, for the plenty, for the harvest, for knowing what you don't want so that you can focus your efforts on what you do want. What is it that you would love to bring into your life? Be grateful for it. It's coming. Practice seeing it in your mind. Practice feeling grateful for it already being here. And watch how fast it shows up in your physical reality. That's how the formless substance works. That's how everything comes into being. Thinking it and going out and getting it. Thinking it, feeling in alignment with already having it. Being grateful and taking action in harmony, in alignment. Focusing on what you truly desire and giving thanks for it already being here. Create a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. Thank you.